Yes, she is a phony. Hey y'all, my name is Nat. I hope you're having a terrific day today, and for this video we are going to be doing my October TBR. Alright, before we get into anything bookish, make sure to hit like and subscribe down below, as well as tell me in the comments what is a scary book that you're going to be reading this month. Honestly, saying TBR is a little misleading. I should probably relabel that as hopefuls, because I think this is my third year doing this. No, maybe it's only my second. But I am going to be playing Spookopoly from Becca and the Books, and I'm going to be playing it throughout the month, which means I don't really know what I'm going to be reading. It is completely up to the board. It is so much fun. It kind of scratches the same itch as mood reading for me, but it also like gamifies my TBR, which I love to do. And then it makes it totally random. I have hopefuls that I would really enjoy getting to read this month and also, you know, do something else for me, like say book clubs, but there's not really a guarantee I'll get them read. I will do my best to try for the book clubs at the very least. But even then, I'm not going to guarantee anything. Also, little disclaimer, I am getting over being sick, so I might sound a little nasally. I might have to take more breaks between talking because I still can't breathe through my nose. I did go ahead and do my first roll for y'all for Spookopoly, so I'll insert that footage in here. Alright, so we have our board set up, and I'm going to be using this little Athena owl for my marker. I have my community and chance cards and envelopes because it's just easier to keep track of them this way. And start off with our first roll. Oh, okay. I promise that's what it was. So we got 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. A past. Oh my god, I have so many that are that are available for this one. So as Nat of the board said, I had to pick a book that was from a past TBR. And honestly, that's very easy. I don't always get my TBR completed, so I had plenty of options. And one that I'm still frustrated with myself has taken me so long to get read is The Invocations by Crystal Sutherland. This has been on many a TBRs throughout the year. I've probably said a million times now that this is going to be fulfilling a judge a book by its cover prompt for my Reddit fantasy bingo. Also, we'll be using it for a different bingo challenge that I don't think my TBR video for that has been posted yet, so keep your eyes peeled. But this little book is going to be doing a lot of damage. Seeing as how I am planning to read this book solely based on the cover, I'm not really going to give you much of a synopsis. I'm so sorry. I think it has something to do with witches. It might be queer. That's kind of all I got. But this is the Evernight Book Box edition, and it is stunning and has been a big reason of why I've been so intrigued to try this one out. I think it's YA horror also. Hopefully there is still a good amount of gore, but I'm not really sure. Crystal Sutherland's prior book, House of Hollow, got a lot of love the last few years. Still have yet to read that one. So here's me hoping that I will have just as much praise for this book as everybody else did for House of Hollow. Now you're probably wondering, Nat, if you're going to be playing Spookopoly throughout the month, how can you give us any more books apart from your first roll? Well, as I said, these are going to be hopefuls specifically for book clubs. So starting at the top with a romance book club that I participate in person, I do have 3 possibilities. I actually have way more than 3, but like these are the 3 from my shelves that are standing out to me. Our prompt for the month is to read either a romance, fantasy, or a paranormal romance. A lot of leeway. But obviously it's October. I have to try and go for the paranormal route. First up is the most obvious romance one, which is Happy Medium by Sarah Adler. I went back and forth about adding this to my TBR, but actually one of the ladies at my book club had high praise for it, and I officially decided to take the leap. This is following a woman who is a fake medium hired for I think it's like a farm property, but then it turns out that the farm property is actually haunted, and she's communicating with the ghost to try and, I think, like help the current caretaker to break a curse or something, but he thinks she's a phony, and well, yes, she is a phony. In this case, she's not. She actually can see the ghost, and that just sounds like a really silly fun time. This one is specifically a romance book, but obviously it does have the paranormal element. I do also have Spells for Forgetting by Adrienne Young. I've been wanting to get to this one for quite some time. I've heard it's very atmospheric. I think most reviews I've seen have been pretty middling. I don't mind Adrienne Young's writing, but to be fair, this was her first adult novel at the time, I think, and I've only read her YA stuff. I believe this one is a second chance romance where we are following our main character whose ex-boyfriend has just recently come back to town, but he had been ostracized from the town because everybody believed he her best friend when they were teenagers, and I think the two of them end up working together to try and figure out what actually happened. I'm pretty sure there's some fantastical elements as well. It does seem pretty perfect for the fall atmosphere. And then, I mean, romance with a fantastical mystery. It seems pretty on point for this prompt. And then the other option that I've been eyeing is A Dark and Drowning Tide by Alison Saft. Honestly, I don't know much about this. I think it's supposed to be dark academia, but it is sapphic. And I'm pretty sure there's a fantastical mystery in this one as well. Oh, we got folklorist, which already is a buzzword for me. Pretty sure it's like rivals to lovers as well. I know I enjoy Alison Saft's romance work from A Far and Wilder Magic, which I actually read for Spookopoly last year, meaning I have really high hopes for this one. The cover is stunning. This is my Aardvark book box edition. So I'm really hoping I might be able to get to this one in October. For my fantasy book club that I partake in person, we have a prompt of Eldritch Horrors. And honestly, I've been eyeing this book for this prompt almost all year. And then every month, the leader of the book club gives us a list of their recommendations for each prompt. This was the very first one on that list, so I really want to get it read. The Hollow Places by T. Kingfisher. Basically, this sold me whenever somebody described it as horror Gravity Falls.
Today we're gonna have some real family fun. Now who wants to put on some blindfolds and get into my car? Yay!
Wait, what?
Sounds like a great time, right?
We're heading into town right now to interrogate the murderer.
We have an axe!
This seems like the kind of thing a responsible parent wouldn't want you doing. Good thing I'm an uncle.
Yeah, I think we're following a woman who goes to stay at her Uncle Earl's tourist hotspot, the Glory to God Museum of Natural Wonders, Curiosities, and Taxidermy. All I need to know, this sounds like a great time. T. Kingfisher, I know I like her humor. Here's me hoping that this will get picked. The last book I'm eyeing and very hopeful I might be able to work in October is actually for the Coffin Covers Challenge, which is hosted on Jen Agaton's Patreon. Basically, you're trying to find an object that she gives you on the cover. This month's being a bat, which is obviously perfectly on theme. And I'm eyeing The Art Thief by Michael Finkel. First off, big ol' bat. Second, Jan read this and said it was quite good. Third, I've been severely neglecting nonfiction all year. This is following a prolific art thief who I believe was stealing for his own enjoyment. And like I said, I've heard a lot of positive things, including from Jan, so I really want to try and get it read. It would be perfect if I get it read in October, but I can't guarantee that's gonna happen. Everything else is totally random. Like I said, I want to try and stick to Spookopoly for the entirety of October. I'm mostly going to be prioritizing mysteries, scary fantasies, or horrors. That's about all I got for you. I will probably try to work in some Star Wars books, but I'm also not gonna hold myself to that because this is the one time a year I really am in a specific mood for a specific type of book. And for once, I don't think Star Wars is gonna scratch that itch. So on that note, that is it for today, y'all. Thank you so much for going to my channel. I really appreciate it. Make sure to hit like and subscribe down below. If you made it all the way to the end of this video, leave me the bat emoji in the comments. I have all my socials, as well as a few ways you can support me, linked in the description. I come out with videos on Monday and Friday, but until then, I hope you continue to have a terrific day. Love you, bye!